induction workshop for the new intake of JB Marks beneficiaries. They're here for 7 days. They're coming from all over South Africa and they're going to different universities. These are different kids with different backgrounds, and this workshop is meant to help them grow from a personal perspective as well as professionally, and also help prepare them for university and college. We focus on 3 key themes. We look at self-empowerment, which looks at the individual and how to develop and how to manage oneself. We look at the concept of teamness, which is about being a strong individual in a strong team. And we look at the concept of effectiveness, which means achieving, to what extent you achieve the output requirements of your role. So what we try and do this week with the induction program is give the students a little bit of time to reflect on where they've come from and what drives them and what influences them, but also to let them contemplate a little bit what they're hoping to achieve and why. So I think what is really critical is that when you are a JB Marks student, you're not just a student. You wear the banner of JB Marks and you represent the values and the vision of JB Marks. So what we try and get them to understand this week is that, first of all, being at university is not easy, that there are challenges that all of us face, and that if one doesn't have a strong sense of self and strong levels of self-accountability, it's easy to kind of mess up or to get stuck or to feel despondent. One of the concepts which we work very hard on is the concept of marketability, promotability, employability, entrepreneurial expertise, because of our situation in the country with jobs, job creation, etc. And so what we're continually trying to do with the young students is to make them realize that a degree doesn't mean a job, and that they need to find ways in which to position themselves, to brand themselves and to market themselves. And it might not be a formal job. It might be that they actually have to land up creating work instead. So throughout today, what we've been trying to do is just to get them to ease up a little bit, but also to give them time to reflect. The tree activity which we did earlier, for some was quite difficult. They said it's too emotional. We asked them to look at their roots, to go back a little bit and say where they've come from and and for some of them the stories are hard. For a lot of us we have hard stories, but at the end of the exercise they're saying, sure, feels nice to just have gotten that out, and now let's focus on moving forward.
There were 2 exercises we did outside. The first one was the name game, second one was riverbank. So the name one, basically it was to get the group to know each other, because I hear it's a group that doesn't know each other. So get them in a circle, call out the names, and then call them out the names once, and then the objective is for the next person to know the next person's name. Second game was riverbank. It was more on listening skills and being able to differentiate what people are saying. It was more about listening than hearing. And then sometimes you twist it or switch it up and say liver or rank. So it depends. You need the person to just listen and hear you properly.
The mask is again an activity which for some initially is a little bit threatening. To have someone touching you, to have strange stuff on your face is not something one naturally wants to do. But again, at the end of the week, very often that's one of the highlights that they will talk about and say, yo, it felt good to just do something, to express myself, to trust somebody and to be trusted with something fairly personal. So this is an opportunity for them to bond in a way which isn't too intrusive, but also gives them an opportunity to then express a little bit of who they are and what they bring to the world of work.
I learned a lot about teamwork. I am a very antisocial sort of kind of person, but today we were forced to work in teams. And what I learned in that is that by working in teams, you learn about people's emotions and feelings. So you don't just trash people. Because if I'm antisocial and I'm alone, I can decide, you know what, I don't want to listen to you because I don't like you. But working in a team, you get to realize how painful it is if you trash someone's feelings and how important it is to work and understand other people.
Teamwork leadership and overall being around people. I mean, the facilitators made sure we branch out and we meet new people. We mix up because there were cliques, so they broke those cliques up, and we got to meet new people. We got to make friends. You got to see who you can be friends with in the future. I mean, we're building a lifelong friendship or family type of thing. So they helped me relax a bit. The nervousness, the nerves went down. Everything was just okay, cool. And based on leadership, they taught me how to be a good leader in a way, indirectly so. And teamwork, they taught me how to tolerate other people with other personalities and whatnot, and not to give up on people easily.
There are a number of people who've come through the JB Marks in particular that have then moved into the Alumni, become part of the core team, and they just, because of their experience on the program, they just are able to support and encourage, and in many instances to actually mentor some of these young guys. What's also really wonderful for the new young people is to realize that some of the guys who are doing well in the business world, well in the corporate world, well out there, have been through this program as well.
This intervention is important to us at JB Marks because it helps bring this feeling that we are a family. These kids will leave after 7 days knowing that they can come to us with whatever problems they have, not just academically, but also on a personal level. And we try to intervene the best we can, and if we can't, then we bring in people that can. And they make lifelong friends from such workshops, and it is a beautiful thing to see from start to finish, because we're going to be with them for the better part of their 3 or 4 year academic careers.